Hey, Stu Jones here with more updates on the Project 1080 HP here at the Pompano home, and I want to show you a completed boat lift with the 38 cigarette all on board. It's an 8-post lift, 30,000-pound lift, but believe it or not, a custom pipe design was a big part of this whole project. Let's go back to day one when they created that beautiful swim platform out of tubular aluminum, all hand welded and custom built to fit the back of the boat. We went to the shop, we watched Dave's guys design it and fabricate it. It was a lot of work involved, and I just had no idea there was so much craftsmanship that went into building an aluminum tubular swim platform. Well, we got all the boys here getting things ready. Dave and the crew, Gus over here on my left and working away on it, and Ronnie over here on my right supervising. We just brought Dave the platform, the swim ladder, which is a Garlic swim ladder. You can see the extendable kind. Dave, tell me how's it going with the build so far?
So far, so good. Should be finishing up by Friday morning.
Great.
Looking good so far.
What are we using? What kind of materials are we using here?
This is all 1.5 inch pipe, schedule 40, a mill finish, and then we're going to have another bracket on the outside here, and then we're going to pop it off with a 1/4 inch full plate on top of here, and then C-deck over on the top.
And what do we call this this tube here?
This
much
is
thicker.
4-inch oval.
Oval, yeah.
Also mill finish. And
so it's all aluminum, so it's going to be lightweight, and then we're going to powder coat it, I guess, right?
whatever color you decide.
Okay. They did a great job, and they updated the boat. It's the same kind of a platform you'd see on a brand new cigarette Top Gun. So I really enjoyed working with those guys as they created my new swim platform. But we went one step further. When I got back to the house and I started putting my cigarette on the boat lift, I realized that I couldn't get from the boat to the dock. It's because this is a giant 8-post, 30,000-pound boat lift. It has a 17-foot lifting beam across, and it was designed for a big cruiser. You know, we had a cruiser shots with a 14-foot beam. That boat's long gone. Now we got a cigarette with an 8-foot beam. So if you put the cigarette in the middle of the lift where it should be to keep the lift balanced, you can't get off the boat because it's a 4-foot jump from the boat to the dock. Let's take a look here, and Dave solved my problems, because what happened was I went online and I started looking for some kind of a platform that would solve my problems, and I found these OSHA grade. These are actually scaffolding. I found them at Gray Bar. They're 12-foot long, and they're just regular construction scaffolding. They're all aluminum construction. They've got non-skid on them, so it's kind of hard on the bare feet. But these platforms needed to be elevated, so I went with this aluminum tube here, rectangular tube. It's a 4-inch, a 2x4 tube, and I took it to Dave, and I said, Dave, I need you to make me these 3-foot platforms, or basically struts to hold up this platform. He came up with a design. There she is. And then we figured out how to fabricate brackets to hold it together. So this is all held together. It's very super light because it's all aluminum. But basically, Dave came to my rescue, and now we have a platform. Let me take a look now. First of all, I'll show you how we put it together. It's all bolted here on all 4 corners with two stainless steel nuts and bolts assembly. Then we covered it over here. Now I used this 1x4 and wood, and because it was kind of a nasty looking, if you want to take a look here down this side, it really wasn't very pretty looking. So you had all these, you know, it looked like a ladder basically. So you don't want your boat lift looking like that. So we came up with a solution, and on the one side, we used these 1x4s, painted them, and then I screwed them in all the way down, all the way across, and then we put this white rub rail on the inside. So this would be the inside of the platform. So if the boat ever decides to rub up against it, we've got a good protection, and it's really in place. So there's nothing but stainless and aluminum here and wood. So on the other side now, we just wanted something that looked a little nicer. So I'll show you that in a minute. But let's talk about the surface. The surface was really a very rough textured non-skid, you know, for work boots, and you know, it's basically so workmen don't slip off of the scaffolding when it gets wet. So we found this online. This is not the brand name C-Deck, or nor is it Marine Mat, but we found this online, this similar to Sea Deck, but it was pretty inexpensive, about $100 a roll. The rolls come 24 inches and our dimension is 22 inches. So we were able to buy enough rolls of this product to cover over the platforms completely. Now let's talk about that fascia board that we didn't like. Let's look at a finished product now. Here's the finished product on this side. And to cover up those nasty looking holes, we used this starboard. We cut a 3/8 starboard. It's altogether 12 foot, so it's 3.5 inches by 12. We cut 2 pieces and we fit them in place there, and they sit right in there because they're actually held in by the bracket. So now you've got a nice clean look. Okay, how do we get up on the platform? This is a 4-step aluminum ladder that we got at Keys Deck and Dock in Pompano Beach, about $139 ladder. And we fastened the ladder right over top of the Sea Deck. So now here is the finished product. So now it's easy. A big guy like me can get up here, climb up here on the boat. So now I have easy boarding, and I can get to the cockpit easily. I can clean the boat, rinse the boat, flush the motors. I can do pretty much everything I need to do here from this platform. You can also see that I wanted to make it look a little nice, so I went to Prospect Plastics in Pompano Beach, and I had those starboard steps made, and I screwed them on from underneath. So we've got a nice looking ladder, very functional. Altogether, this entire project cost about $1,000 a side, maybe about $1,100 per side when you add up all the parts. So that's not a bad price to pay to have access, to your dock from your boat, and a very safe one at that. So thanks to the guys at Custom Pipe Design, Dave Pagoni and his crew, for helping us out with the cigarette Top Gun and for our boat lift here in Pompano Beach. And of course, it goes without saying that they are one of the best fabricators of aluminum fish towers for performance boats. They've done a bunch for the guys in the club. And if you want to give them a call for any of your custom aluminum fabrication needs. Thanks, guys.